Good morning, Dr. Aderinsola. Sorry, I almost called you Dr. Toyin. Good morning, Dr. Aderinsola. Okay,
Good
so we can start
morning.
now. Yes,
Okay, great. Do you want me to go ahead?
yes, you may. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good whatever, wherever it is you're joining me from. I don't always assume that my audience is just from one geographical location. So I'm just used to greeting in multiple time zones. And yeah, one thing I'm going to say before we start this session is if your friends or someone you know is in this conference and they are not in this room right now, like they've not even joined any room, or Rhoda's room, tell them to come join because like it's about to the light is about to go up. Let me put it that way. You are about to receive Rema, what you are going to talk about for the next couple of weeks, months, or even years. You're about to get liberated and see what people have been hiding from you. Let me put it that way, or what you've not just come across. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce myself and we are going to start. Now, if you are in this particular classroom and you have the chance to get your laptop, please get your laptop. Right, get your laptop, make it close to you. In preparation for this, get your laptop. If you have a LinkedIn account, please go to your LinkedIn account because I'm going to teach. So typically when I'm giving my talks or whatever, or giving my trainings, I have webinar and workshop. What does webinar and workshop means? It means that we are going to work. You did not come here to come and, okay, we've heard, I'm motivated. I mean, I'm not a motivational speaker. When you say I'm a coach, as in watch me do it kind of thing. So this is not one of those sessions that you're going to come here and sit down, you're not going to work. You are going to do the work. Okay, so, and I also like to see reactions in the comment section. So as I'm making my own introductions, I'm going to let you make your own introduction, and it is fast. Quick icebreaker, okay? So how are we going to do this? I'm going to introduce myself, where I'm joining you from, and just how I'm feeling today. So I'm going to let all of you do that in the chat box, okay? So I'll go first. I am Aderinsola Adio Adepoju. I'm joining you from Port Harcourt, Nigeria today. And how am I feeling? I'm feeling, what's that one word? I'm feeling fulfilled already because I feel like maybe 50 more people are going to see what they are not seeing yet. Great. So do the same thing. One word on how you are feeling today in the comment section, your name, where you're joining us from, and yeah, how you're feeling. It could be energetic, it could be, oh, hopeful, it could be, I'm doubtful. I don't know, whatever. So I can see Debbie, I can see John Adeze Amoka from Kaduna. I can see, yeah, good morning. Please, you can't hear anything, Funshaw. Please go outside the room and come back. Anticipating, fantastic. Tonyo Oye Dunton saying I'm joining from Lagos, feeling refreshed, fantastic. That is a beautiful place to be. So go get your friends to be in this room right now. Okay, so I'm going to do I would like for you to meet me. Typically, this profile is so long, but I had to put it in bullets. Okay, I had to put it in bullets, and we can quickly run through that. Now, if you are somewhere where you are being distracted by somebody, tell that person to get away from you. Tell that person to get away from you because they are going to hinder you from receiving you. Let me put so if you ask me in one word, I would say I'm an educator. That's if you had to ask me to choose one word to define myself, I would say I'm an educator. But I'm so many other things. I'm a global citizen, I'm an expert on the sustainable development goals, I'm an expert at accessing global opportunities. And you're still going to know why. I'm going to quickly run through my profile right here, then we go into other things. If at any point in time you have a question, please drop your question in the chat box. My co-host is going to help you out with that question. And I like when people are in my room, they actually use their own videos, okay? And I'm going to tell you why. I'm a global citizen, like I already mentioned, right? I said the fastest way to be remembered or to network at any event, whether it is physical, especially in this online stage is for you to have, okay, you can remember your face. So my fastest networking tip at global, what was it called, an online conference, is to turn on your video. You don't have to be fine. I'm not, you can see me, I'm not a makeup and all those things fan, but what is in my head, hey, you will remember it, okay? So that is the fastest way to network at this kind of event. People remember people who have their videos on because almost everybody is having their videos turned off. Now, let's go to my profile. And basically 90% of it is on somebody else's money. What am I saying? It's simply like accessing global opportunities. And you're wondering, are you for real? Yes, I am serious. I am for real on this. And you're wondering, educator? Yes. You're going to know how an educator is been to 5 continents on somebody else's money. Right. I was a design lead for Natural History Museum of London sometime last year. Yeah, and I was recruited out of Nigeria for this particular role. I was working remotely for this particular role. After that, I moved on to be the global coordinator at Museum for the United Nations, and I was covering 23 plus locations globally. That means 30 facilitators were reporting to me from across the world. Yep, in that particular role. And of course, I was still recruited out of Nigeria. I was working remotely out of Nigeria. So those are the things for you as a background researcher. I have publications in local and international journals. I have a mini MBA from International Finance Corporation, which is a member of the World Bank Group. I'm the founder of iTrain Africa, which is my social enterprise, which is why basically I'm here today. Yeah, off that platform, not the academic side, not the professional side of being working at UN Live and things like that. Now, I'm the convener of the hugest and the most impactful conference on this side of the Atlantic. And I always say in 2021, we had 14,000 registered participants. We had a reach of over 700,000 people. And of course, we had over 40 African countries with 53 countries present at that conference, right? 10 plus local and international media outlets covered this event. Okay, I had 35 speakers from 25 nations. Mrs. Ebukwa Washika was our time. I'm just away. The next conference is currently open for registration and the conference is free. Now, why do I do all I do? I'm on a mission. It's simple. I always say if you're an African, then you are my target audience. I'm on a mission to ensure that African youth professionals get to the global stage. It's that simple. And it all starts with clarity. So you would never see me give any talk before mentioning clarity, right? Which is why you see women and gain clarity. Clarity is important to me because I always say it like the time I started to accelerate onto the global stage was when I received clarity of purpose, clarity of my journey and the direction in which I was going to. And you are going to see how that is important. You might be in this room and you're saying, I have clarity. Like I know what I'm doing. You'll be shocked. You'll be shocked, right? So now let's move. I want what the is about. You saw that topic at the beginning where you say financial, the mindsets of educators. I don't like to say teachers or whatever, the mindset of educators, or I popularly group educators, administrative staff into L&D professionals. I group them into L&D professionals. Now, is this session for you? Just in case you mistakenly landed in this session and you're wondering if it is for you. If you're a professional, now he's a professional, oh, yeah, I'm a teacher, I'm an admin, whatever, you're working as a 9-to-5er. Basically, that's what a professional is. Let's put it that way. And you have at least 2 years experience in this room because you can attract or apply for global opportunities with that experience you have. Now, you are a thought leader, you're an experienced consultant. Oh, you're consulting as an L&D professional. Give me a minute, I'm going to go back to that slide. You should be here, right? Now, who else should be in this room? That slide, who else should be in this room? You are an academic, like, oh, I'm on the PhD program. And you're saying, oh, this PhD, I'm just going to do PhD. And that's about it. I'm going to do PhD and collect my certificate. And you think like there is something at the end of that PhD. Come and ask us. Okay, right. So I'm just saying this, but I'm trying to show you what you can do with what you already have. And this is what I did. By the way, the chemistry, my PhD is in chemistry, right? So my PhD is, when I say I have a PhD, it is in chemistry. So it had nothing to do with what I'm currently teaching you. I'm teaching you off the back of my experience and my academic journey, my social entrepreneurship journey. By the way, I've been an entrepreneur for 13 years. I started off in the fashion space, but if you don't know that side, you would never know. So I built a fashion business for over 10 years before I started iTrade in Africa in 2020 to do the social enterprise parts. Now, why should you listen to me? Whatever it is that's coming out of my mouth, and this is not me bragging, because I always say if people are bragging, it means they didn't do it, they're just trying to show off. I'm just saying, like, this is what I do. This is my daily thing. People pay me millions to listen to the same thing I'm about to show you, like right now, for a token, right? So please listen. You might think you're getting this thing like, I paid for that conference, it's so cheap. Let's put it that way. Guess what? KK is only able to bring me here because of the kind of, we have a relationship. Let me put it that way. We have a relationship. So, and this is, I'm saying the same knowledge I'm about to drop in this conference is what people pay me millions to hear. Minimum of, like my consultation per hour is definitely a couple of dollars, hundreds of dollars. So I'm just saying, please listen. Every single word I say here, I've refined my knowledge. I've refined it, so every single word I'm saying is important to you. Now, thousands of professionals, I train them, and when I say professionals who have 32 years experience come to me when they are ready to upscale or when they are ready to brand for the global stage. And of course, I still teach people that have 2 years of experience. In fact, I teach people that are just finishing school. So I have a wide array of people that I've been able to train. Why else should you listen to me? Over 40,000 people listen to me via my social media and newsletters weekly. I've taught at the university. I taught at University of Lagos for 2 years, chemistry, entry-level students. So yeah, I'm a teacher like you, if you're a teacher in this room. So just like like I always call myself a teacher, but I don't like that or that lecturer. So yeah, you're a university teacher. That's what I think. That's how I refer to myself. Now, what else is there? Now, clarity is my superpower. And this is the second time I'm mentioning clarity. Why? The moment you are clear on where you are going, you accelerate fast. There is something I typically say, no matter how fast you go in a wrong direction, you will never arrive at your destination. It is not possible. If you like be racing, and be saying I'm going fast be when you are not clear on where you are going, when you don't have direction, you will just be racing to nowhere. So I would rather somebody spends, let's say, half of their time in gaining clarity on where they are going before they start on that journey. And that is what I did. And that is why I could accelerate so fast in the last couple of years. Now, another thing people get to call me is knowledge distiller. Why? I hate it. Like I'm an academic. Like if I want to speak all the English in this room, I can speak it. Do you understand what I'm saying? But I'm just saying that is not my goal. I'm an educator. So it is important to me that I'm speaking the language that everybody is going to understand, that everybody is going to be able to say, this is what I took away from this session. That is one of my other superpowers. I break down complex learnings into simple forms. I've been featured in local and international testing. So let's move. So all this reason is why you should listen to me in this session. Now, what are you going to learn? At the end of this session, if you do not learn these things that is currently on my screen, come and say, Dr. Aderinsola, like you did not keep to your word. So this is my learning objective for you. You will know about the various categories of global opportunities. You will gain clarity on the brand, or what you call the brand. You would understand how L&D jobs are described globally, and you'll be able to do skill mapping to find the global roles that you desire. Now, let's get right into the, if you are ready to stop referring to yourself as I am just a teacher, and you want to start saying I'm a global L&D professional, let me see your hands in the comment section. If you do not say yes, we are not leaving this place. Just so we are clear, you must participate. You cannot be in my section and be doing other things, be cooking in your house and be doing all those things. It is not possible. You are going to participate in this session. You are ready. Let's go. I'm ready. Fantastic. I can see yes. Yippee. Let's go on. Okay, great. Now, What are global opportunities? If you go online, you probably would not find what global opportunities are as a definition, because I know I did that sometime, but like there was nothing really coming up. So I'm going to define it in my own words. They are simply opportunities that are open to people borderlessly, right? I mentioned here that I worked internationally twice, like 2 international jobs twice, one NHM and one UN Life, that's Mission for the United Nations, and I was recruited from Nigeria. So that is a global opportunity. It means I can sit in my country and have access to that opportunity. Now, it is not necessarily a job. Like I said, I've been to 5 continents on someone else's money. I've gotten a scholarship in my academic route. I've gotten this. I was part of the first set of this Womenpreneur Pitch at some people that they selected for. Like I said, I've been in business for a couple of years, 13 years. So that was for my business side. One of the reasons why I understand global opportunities deeply than most people that teach this is because I'm a multi-potentialite. I have been an entrepreneur for a long time. I've been on the academic journey also. I'm a social entrepreneur and I'm a professional, right? So I have diverse skill sets. So for me, my global opportunities journey, I've won out of 10 categories, right? I've probably gotten nothing less than 8 or 9 of those categories. Why? Because I have different aspects to me. Today, I can wake up and say, okay, well, let me go and apply for this business grant. I understand how to do it because I've done it before for my businesses. I can wake up and say, it's an academic this thing I want to get conference grants to go and present my paper abroad, and I'm getting it. So I understand the various categories well. And that is what makes my knowledge so deep. I have seen what is in the business side. I've seen what is in the academic side. I've seen what is in professional. So when I'm applying, or I have a cross-sectional knowledge that, unlike someone that is just probably an academic that's gotten an academic grant. So my knowledge is at the intersections of several career paths. Now, there are 10 major categories, right? There are 10 major categories. Some of them I classify differently, but I just see it as 10 different categories. Now, I cannot go into details of all these 10 categories and things like that. If you're interested in knowing more about those 10 categories, we have a 2,000 naira ebook somewhere on Nigeria Africa website. That's the website on the screen. Now, these 10 categories, I will classify them into 2 major things that you can either be applying for them. What is applying? Oh, I see this opportunity. This is a school, a scholarship. I carry the application, I start applying. Or you can be attracting them. Attracting them is a whole different level of getting global opportunities. And that is where I am currently, right? I teach professionals how to attract this thing using LinkedIn, right, as a platform. So attracting means I am sitting down jejely on my own. No, I did not beg to apply. Like, you're just saying, how far? Let's partner with you. How far? Let's offer you this. That is attracting. And that is what I've done in the last maybe 1, 2, 3 years to strategically position myself to get this opportunity. Opportunities now come to me. I don't run after opportunities again, right? Now, you may, like, it's impossible because millions for scholarships alone, we have 1.7 million opportunities annually. 7.4 billion goes to scholarships alone annually. And that scholarship is one category of global opportunity. We have scholarships, we have internships, we have business grants, we have awards, we have, like, there are 10 categories. I said, if you are interested in all the categories and a bit of explanation on them, you can get the guide. Now, all those categories, now imagine millions exist. Millions exist, and you may not qualify for all of them, right? But you deserve. The first thing I want you to understand is that you deserve at least one in your lifetime. And if you're in this, my classroom, you're saying, it's a liar, Beggy. All these things, they run set. I don't compete for Nigerian opportunities because I know that is the one that they will say they are doing. I was still joking with the head of my GMC partnership. I don't understand this, your Nigerian scholarship, that they were saying, give me this, I will give you that. I don't know how to do it. Like, I applied straight, clean, and clear for global opportunities. I don't know anybody, right? And I get them. So if in this room and say, oh, pressure me of things. They will say, post your video, 100 likes. I don't. Opportunity. It's like get into a proper global network. I'm not talking about those we want to win 100,000, post here, dance here. That's nonsense, right? I'm talking about global opportunities. They exist. They are out there. You can get them. So the first thing you need to understand is you are enough. When I started getting all these things, I was a PhD. So I would get to my story in the right? Your teaching profession, your administrative profession, your whatever is enough. So before you start saying, oh, this woman is because she has PhD, that is why she's saying all these things. That is why this thing. I did not have a PhD when I started winning. More than, maybe half of my global opportunity when I got recruited into Mission for United Nations. So tomorrow, nobody knows certificate looks like. I pitched to get into that role was my volunteer doing like Dr. Aderinsola, it is a PhD. I've never, apart from my university teaching role that we had to submit, of course, the what you're this thing. I've never used my PhD, my whatever to get my certificate to get anything. Right? So please know that what you have, irrespective of what you have right now, you can get something out of these global opportunities. Right? Now, the beautiful part is, I always say, if you are a Sheshade, you are a Jolly Just Come, like you don't have much years of experience, I would say, oh, then you should be moving towards the application side. But if you have some years of experience, you can apply and you can attract. Okay? Now, let's move on. I said I was going to mention and tell you my story. Why is it important? I want you to see wherever it is you are, your face in life, you can get something out of these old millions of whatever. I was just another PhD student in Nigeria. You know how people will say, oh, we finished whatever, let's go and do MSc. Oh, we finished MSc, maybe we should do PhD and this thing. That kind of thing, right? And guess what? I was looking in my university, which was at the chemistry department. We had this thing that we needed, like the project I was doing, which was an artisanal mining of gold, the contamination and everything. Like I said, I did chemistry, environmental chemistry and all that, right? I had to design a particular sensor. And of course, I didn't have the equipment to do it in Nigeria. So I needed to get a part-time, they call it a split sites opportunity, that's split site grant, to do a part of my PhD in the UK, right? So what I did in 2016 was I started applying, apply here, apply there, apply here, apply there. Guess what? 1 year passed, I did not get jack. And I said, hey, one chance. So when I started applying for global opportunities, it was not a question of luxury, like I wanted to just travel out. It was a necessity. So it was either I win or I win. There was no or else you will not finish the PhD now. That was it for me. So there was nothing like, okay, let me be applying, maybe if I get one. I always say you have that mentality. If what you are doing is a choice, or it is you can do it with, like, if it is not a choice, you will do everything you can. But guess what? When I started applying for this thing, I did not have a chance to get an online course to teach me, because at this particular point, the online course, this we are doing online, it was not a thing. It was not booming. It was COVID that made all these things boom. So the only people that could applications, fine. Before you get the attention of one of your lecturers to sit down and vet this thing, you will try. And I was telling my God, sir, please, this thing, we say, go and meet Dr. something. She has won that Commonwealth before. Let her look at your distance. And I'll be going round and round for her to help me check. Because why? I always say that I'm that kind of person that if I have, in fact, what am I even saying if I have money? I have borrowed money to pay for a $800 online course before because I needed the knowledge in that person's head. I don't have time. Like, how can I waste 1.5 years of my life in trying to apply for an opportunity? If I had paid someone to guide me, a coach, a whatever, I would have moved past it. And I spent 7 years on that journey. ASU strike 1 year, COVID 1 year. Of course, the 1.5 years I was using to apply without getting anything. And I look at it, but that was there, right? And when people ask me, why did you start I Train Africa? Why did you start teaching people? Blah, 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 blah? I said, do you understand what I went through? The trauma, the fact that I was a mother and I could not continue my life because I had planned that. To put into perspective, I had to move out of the city my husband was to start that PhD. So I had planned, 4 years, I'll be done. We arranged back. And I was there, stuck. Because I could not get that global opportunity to go and further the studies that was already on. So you would understand. Now, in 2017, right, after I had applied, call that application, Slumbe Jail, Robert S. McNamara, name that thing, name any popular thing that you know in terms of academics this they have applied. There are some opportunities I will spend 1 month in doing the application and they will come. Please, if you're in this room, you've ever applied for any opportunity, do you know that email? This email, like many people apply, they will first soft launch you. Many people apply, blah, blah. But when I say many people apply, I say, okay, they've come. Rejection. Another rejection. I got used to the rejection. But guess what? There was something I was missing in that application. I was missing it, but there was nobody to tell me this is what you were missing. Now, you must be asking, what was I missing? What was I missing? Right? What was I missing? In 2017, when you apply, what now happened was, I think on May 26 in 2017, there was this opportunity that I was part of a PhD WhatsApp group or something. Somebody posted that opportunity. It was not even because what I was looking for was what could fund my stay for minimum of 3 months to maybe 6-9 months to do research. Somebody posted one thing. It was in something Brazil, water resources management, one of those global opportunities. They will train you 2 weeks course. I said, the thing was closing on 30th. The person posted it on 26th. And because of what I know about global opportunity, it takes a while for you to apply, right? It takes a while. And I said, okay, if it takes a while, it's going to take me 1 month. So I said, let me try open it. I opened it. I said, 1 page only. I said, I beg, let me just write what I want to write there. Guess what? On July 10th, I can't forget, because I said I had a fashion business. I was still in my fashion store. It was like around past 9. And my husband called me. I was like, David, your email, right? Our emails are synced. So when I have an email, you could see it. I said, that opportunity, they said, you 2 weeks, all expense paid. I went like, it was crazy. And I was like, okay, guess what? Like, I just won 2 weeks, all expense paid trip to Brazil. This water resources training. Then I went back to that application, looked at what I did differently compared to the series I've been doing. And I started to see it. Guess what I was missing? The value I was selling in the previous application was not aligning with the value of the people I was applying to. People, I realized these 3 things from the very first opportunity I won. Right? Value. They only offer you something because of your perceived value. If you can, and guess what? How do you value? It's taught by value. You do not know. Some people cannot sell, like even they have to sell themselves to save their own life. They can't. You don't have a value proposition as a human being. Like, this is what I do for who I do it, and this is how I can help you do it. If you do not know who you are, you cannot sell yourself. Look, human beings, let's start from there. Organizations are giving global opportunity. It is not because they like your face. Whatever it is you are doing must align with what they are doing. And that was what I did differently. Number 2, SDGs. I can't go into the detail of SDG. That is a whole course on its own. I can't go into that right now. But those were the 2 things I realized. And the third 3, I realized you can get so much more from what you are already doing. I was so focused for 1.5 years on getting only one type of global opportunity, a split-size scholarship that could cover my academic. And I was closing my eye to other things that I was eligible for, even if I was seeing them. And I told myself, Aderinsola, what was wrong with you? Did they hold your hand from applying for those other things that you also qualify for? If you're also wondering about eligibility, you qualify for stuff, like I said, please just pick up that OK ebook. It's 45 minutes read. You step by step of do this, if you check eligibility, blah, 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 and all that stuff. And if you're wondering why it's 2K, it is because we need as many people to understand what basic of global opportunity to start with, right? As in, I won't make it free, because when you make it free, they will download it and they will not read it. Now, immediately I realized those 3 things: my perceived value, who I was, I could articulate it clearly, and the fact that I could get so much more from what I was already doing. Being self-aware and being part of the net. Here's what happened when I got to Brazil. I met this Malawi lady. She was doing a PhD like me. And when we met in 2017 in Brazil, this Malawian lady had 5 grants. She was holding at that time. And I said, Maggie, how? We are both Africans. And she said, you just need one network. Break into one global network and the opportunities will continue to flow. I broke into my one singular network in 2018. It's called the Unleash. Every year, Unleash does this program. It's called the Innovation Lab. This year's one is in Rwanda. Mine was in Singapore. The first one was in Denmark. One was in China, and that one they've done it since 2017. In 2018, I got selected to be part of Unleash. Unleash has been my one network. When I say one network, it is from Unleash I first got recommendation for the NHM job. It is from Unleash I got recommendation for the live job. It is least 30 of the speakers that came to my conference in 2021 were from the Unleash network. That is why I could gather people from 25 nations. Unleash, annually, they gather people from nothing less than 120 countries to be part of that. Imagine, just for a moment, sit down and think what you can do with people you know from 120 countries. But I had to do the work of breaking into that network and of getting selected to be part of that global opportunity. All expense paid. I remember I got that news. I was already in the UK doing this, my PhD stuff. When I got that news, I was selected for Unleash. So I flew from the UK in June of 2018 to go to Unleash in Singapore. Now, after the first win in 2017, oh, wow, I started to win. I was winning. I was building my profile. I was projecting my value. I was trying to position myself strategically, because guess what? As at that time, it don't say. It was getting late. Why do I say it was getting late? There is what you call the age of 35 that cuts you off in the global opportunity stuff. And I knew that if I could not apply for at least half of those global opportunities, I could start attracting them. And that is why I'm able to teach different classes of people that are like, oh, I can still apply for the various categories. And people that say, okay, we have years of experience, so we've crossed 35. What do we still have? Now, immediately I started to replicate my success. It was later I started teaching people. I came back from in December of 2018, and I first remember that I first went to the academic sector and said, oh, I wanted to teach people how to do this thing. And I got that thing of, let them to suffer. Let them suffer small on how to do it. And I said, how many do you want to access? See, why do people have to suffer? Max, package it into a learning that people can access. Why I suffered is because there was no course, there was no ebook, there was nothing. I couldn't buy it. You know, in my language, Yoruba will say, oh, they will say, in Kotoba is what you cannot find to buy. It is not what is expensive. What it literally means is when you say something is expensive, it means that you cannot find it in the market to buy. That is the true meaning of expensive. What is really, cost is not an expense if your investment is going to yield you. right? Now, that is my story. I needed to emphasize that part. So your mindset is going to change that. See, all this nonsense I'm still doing with this one, that one, that one. I'm only doing MSc. My protege is at university, like this thing. There's a lady at it. Immediately she saw that I started to win like that. Guess what? There were other PhD students in the department now. Why was Darren shiny? There were other PhD students there now. Me, my eye are cleared on what I could do with my academic journey. On what I could do with my academic journey. Between 2017 and 2020, I'd been to that 5 continents. And I was doing US, so Singapore, you name it. I had to even say I'm stopping. Like, let me sit down with my children before COVID broke. Do you understand? So that is, I've gotten to that point, and I'm reaping from all those things. And you must be saying, okay, now, Dr. Aderinsola, my mindset has shifted. Me too, I'm going to go head on and do it. What next? You must be asking what next, right? Let me see what is going on in the comment section. Okay. Now, the brand of you. You need to build the brand of you, right? You need to build the brand of you. And what is the brand of you? I'm just going to skip through. You can find that definition online somewhere, right? So a brand is a collective impact or lasting impression from all that is seen, heard, or experienced by customers who come into contact with you or your product and service. You might be saying, but I'm just a teacher. I don't own the school, right? I don't own the school. Guess what? You are your own brand. You are the product. You are the product. Me, I am the product. I package myself, sell myself to the international scene. You are the product. So the question I have is, when you realize you are the product, ask yourself, if you wanted to take your child to a school, and that school you get to the gate, you start to see poo-poo, you see this thing, will you enter the school? Most likely not. Why? The school, no matter how great the teachers in that school are, the packaging outside is putting you off. Your perceive, like all the things you do, say, hear, sing, that creates an impression. Some of you will say, I cannot get global opportunity. I say, look at you. You think every day I'm fine or something like this? Say, no, but I will pay to go to the studio and take professional pictures. 5,000 naira. Get one decent outfit. Do it. Then invest in looking the image of the global whatever that I'm trying to project. You saw my picture at the beginning of this, that my Ankara blue picture, right? I have used the life of that picture. I used it, right? Don't people say, oh, we don't have money. How much do I earn? 20,000 naira. Guess what? That professional picture in a studio, in fact, maybe it's even studio 24, that is 5K. Charge you less. Important for your branding. Now you must be saying, okay, now that if I package, who are my customers? Who are the people I'm selling my personal brand to? It could be headhunters. If you are looking for new roles, you are looking for new job, it could be headhunters. If you are looking to get higher positions within an organization, I could be in my role. I'm looking like, I'm just a program coordinator. Let me get to the director role. You could be looking to climb up. Look, one of my clients that took my program, the GOP, that's the Global Opportunity Program, she was saying on the group, because that particular program has a bit of extended support, right? That's what I typically recommend for any professional looking to start positioning themselves on LinkedIn. I say, you know what, apart from the starter ebook, whatever, go and get the GOP, start to finish how to do that stuff. Now, if you're looking, like what was I going to say about this particular client? She said, our Oga at work is beginning to talk to her like, and this one. And I said, what happened? He said, that the moment she started to position on LinkedIn and the HR of her company started to see her, someone that they've not offered pay raise since, it's like they saw that, this girl, is an asset we have. This girl, this one that she's showing up online anyhow, this girl is about to go. Only them called her and said, let's have a discussion. We want to promote you. And when she told me that they were not promoted, I said, go and show up on LinkedIn for a couple of these things. Make sure your HR is seeing you. They will have that discussion with you. They did that. That was like 4 weeks ago. They called her to have that discussion. I said, look, people know value when they see it. You just need to put it in their face that you are valuable. Now, awarding bodies. If you are looking to get other opportunities, like I said, I can't explain all the good opportunities here. You should be positioned. They are your customers because they can buy you. right? They can buy you as a brand. Now, clients, some of you are consultants here, you are coaches, you are whatever. You are looking to offer advisory services based on your years. Some of you are sitting on gold. You have years and years of education experience, of even being a classroom assistant. Instead of you to be teaching it, you are sitting on it. I'm just a classroom assistant. And someone somewhere is looking to set up a school and is looking to find out the classroom assistant can be a top-notch person, but you are not putting yourself in the place that person is. A school owner is probably on LinkedIn. You are saying, I'm just a classroom assistant, I'm an admin assistant, and I'm just looking at you. Ask my staff at IT Africa. Even my admin assistant is on LinkedIn. Right? Now, let's move on. You need to start reflecting on all what I've said. When you are reflecting, now grab your laptop. You are going into the workshop session because LinkedIn, the next topic is going to be what? Is going to be the global jobs roles in the L&D. L&D is learning and development. I don't like to see, I just mentioned branding. I don't like to say I'm just a teacher. I'm an L&D professional. Hello, somebody here? I'm an L&D professional. And in fact, when you go on LinkedIn now, you'll be seeing, you'll be wondering, how did this woman program coordinator role? If I show you the job description of my role, right, when I was going to get it, it was like, you can facilitate, you can do this, you can do that, blah, blah. When I get to LinkedIn, I'll probably show you that particular job description, like the thing they advertise for that role. But if you are here, you are saying, you will go online and start finding teacher role in the global space. You may not even find it because you don't know what it is currently called. All the jobs that are available to you in the L&D space globally, you don't know what it is called. So the first key thing is what? Where are these jobs? Sister and brother, uncle and auntie, they are on LinkedIn. Hi. Because my profile is already optimized. And if you are saying what is optimization, please, it's the explanation, I can't go into it. Let's just put it, I can't go into optimization, but simply put, it is all the things you do on your LinkedIn profile that makes you say, or that makes another person say, hey, see value, see value, see value, see value. It is a long play, I won't even lie. That post that covers hours long. I will not even play. Do you understand? You must say, I said, yes, right? It's five hours of two different courses combined together. So it is a lot of work. But you come to my profile now, you'll be saying, it's not just to feel here. You cannot see my strategy by showing you my profile. I'm going to share my screen with you right now. On my desktop, I'm going to escape and go to my LinkedIn. You can't see my strategy there. Because why? There's a framework. I can say if you're in HR, this is what you should be having. Like if you're in HR early level, this is what you should be having on your banner. If you're in HR middle level, this is what you should be having on your banner. There are different strategies for different experience levels. There are different strategies for different, and there are different strategies for people that are transitioning. There are different strategies for people that they are not transitioning anywhere. They just want to get a specific kind of opportunity. There are different strategies. Because I've seen some people say, I have seen that woman's system. Let me go and copy it. My sister, you will land inside God Tower because you are copying the strategy that I'm using for something else. I change my profile per time. In 6 months, come here, my profile will not be the same thing. Why? I am currently positioning as the founder of iTrain Africa because of the global mentorship conference that is coming up. So I'm trying to attract partners. And by the way, I've gotten one from Europe already, just using that profile. Person said, oh, let's talk. So if you go and do that, you'll be wondering why you're not getting what you want. You cannot see strategy by looking at somebody's profile, right? Now, get your phone, get your laptop, let's go do the work. What are we going to go and find there? We are going to go and find a role that is similar, that you just type L&D and you start saying, I'm sure when I start shooting, I have this experience now, but you do not even know that role, you qualify for it. Now, we will go to our LinkedIn page, we will click jobs, then we'll look for them using filters, and I will show you how to do this in a couple of minutes. Now, I'm going to escape my screen, click my LinkedIn. Where's my LinkedIn right there? That is my LinkedIn. By that banner is the people that spoke with that came to our conference in 2021. Now, if you can see this on your LinkedIn profile, at the top right here, there is jobs. I click on jobs, right? I click on jobs. The moment I click on jobs, guess what? Because me, I've already optimized my profile. In fact, the kind of things is L&D stuff. I've optimized my profile for that. It doesn't matter even if I'm currently positioning as a founder of my trainer. These algorithms already know opportunities I need because of the background work I've done on that project. I come here. At the top left corner of this particular thing, you see search, where you have the LinkedIn logo. You see search by title, skill, or company. I click on that search bar. Can you see it? Immediately I click on that search bar, what is coming out? You will see, as in I don't search L&D. Can you see it? Learning and Development Canada. That is what you are seeing on my screen, right? I click on it. I've already used one filter. What filter did I use now? Location. I have used one filter. I just type Learning and Development Canada. It means that by the time two search boxes come up, can you see Learning and Development and country? I can come here and change the country. You can change it, UK, London, one thing. But you can change it. In fact, you can change that, whatever. Just change it to whatever it is you want. So I'm going to give you an example because I'm saying global rules, right? I'm just going to leave it at Canada. Learning and Development Canada. Can you see it? Can you see the first thing they are recommending to me? Virtual teachers to run. It means what? Yeah, virtually. You are seeing 2023 summer school teachers Toronto. You are seeing academic year teachers. I want to show you the different ways that this can come up. This same teacher work. Director of Training, Learning and Development Assessment Coordinator. You are seeing it. That is why I could get my program coordinator role at UNLab, because what they were looking for a coordinator that was going to be a facilitator that will be training local facilitators. So I needed to have teaching experience, right? I needed to have teaching experience. I needed to have experience globally. And my global experience as when I applied that time, it was what? Guess what? It was me volunteering as an Unleash ambassador. You know, I said I went to Unleash in 2018. So I'm part of the network. So in 2020, I became an ambassador for Unleash. I'm always organizing programs, blah, 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 innovation program and things like that. So it meant I was working with people globally. When I had to pitch for UN Live job, I did not pitch University of Lagos job, but because that one is not a global role now. They said, have you worked globally in a team? I said, yes. I work with people in Liberia, this one, that one, that one. I'm an Unleash ambassador, XYZ. I pitched a volunteering experience I did for just a couple of months, right? And I was hired. So some of you are thinking, I have advantage, I have 50 years of experience. I said, if your experience is not relevant, you are deceiving yourself. You are deceiving yourself. They're asking you, say, have you worked globally? Imagine they ask me, have you worked globally? I'm saying, no, I've taught at the University of Lagos as an academic lecturer for 2 years. They play. Like, what is relevant? Remember what I said earlier. I said, what is relevant to the people that you want to work with or you want to give you global opportunities? Now you are seeing teacher in the, okay, there are a couple of teachers. Typically when I search these things, I don't even see teacher in the first search for me. It's always something. Why do you think I don't see teacher? I use further filters. I don't use that one. Experience level. I just go to mid to senior level. I use it. I click on, it should show me result. Can you see the first result was 28,000 something? When I clicked on middle level, how many do we have now? We have 12,891. 12,000 what? 891. Can you see Director of Training, Learning and Development, this thing, Workshop Facilitator. Can you see all those teacher? When you start seeing teacher, it's for early. The moment I use a filter of mid to senior, can you see Career Services Training Consultants, Curriculum and Instruction Manager. Some of you can develop curriculum for life. Let's see what you've written it from today to tomorrow. You are still looking at Curriculum and Instruction Manager. You are not applying. Because you are looking for what? Lesson note teacher. Or what are you thinking in your head? Now, Learning and Development Manager, I can go on and on. I can now apply for that filter. I come to on-site. All these things on top, they are filter. I click on this. I teach this comprehensively on my program, so I'm just showing you what it is. I can now click remote. Since I know I'm in Nigeria, I say, okay, apply. I don't want to go anywhere. I want to do remote work from Nigeria. Can you see? Remote. If you look at this very first one, it is saying what easy apply. There's an easy apply job. After optimize my profile, I do a couple of things. If I click on easy apply, all those easy apply job, 5 minutes about. Guess what? It's because I've optimized my profile. I can click on it and apply easily within 5 minutes. I can't go into the details of that. I'm just going to skip. Now, I'm going to come back to my slide and show you something. The last thing we are going to deal with today is what? is what you call skill mapping. That's the last thing we are dealing with today. And why I say I'm just going to show you my slide. I'm not going to minimize here because I want to show you how to skill map. Right. What next is called skill mapping. You must be wondering what is skill mapping. Skill mapping is what taking account of the skills you possess and matching it, taking account of the skills you already possess. As a teacher, only you are coordinating children. Only you, or you as an admin assistant, you are bringing people, you are developing curriculum. You have that skill set. You already do it. You just don't know you have it, right? Now, it could be hard skills. Hard skills are like, okay, the teaching. Soft skills. Oh, you are that person, you're that teacher that once fight break like this, you are the mediator. You can mediate. You are that person that when they want to buy something for your students, say, go to call her in Bola, she can negotiate well. You can negotiate. That is what skill mapping is. You need to sit down and take account of all the skills you already have used in the jobs you've done. Now, what do you now do with that? When you skill map, it means that even if all these jobs that you are seeing, give me a minute, I think my destiny is hanging. Okay, great. Even all the jobs, by the time you see all these jobs, if you're now wondering, do I qualify for it or not? All you need to do is come back to this job, click on it. What do they this thing? As a senior XYZ, blah, 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 this one, you are required to have this skill. Because you have already done skill mapping for yourself, you can now start saying, I qualify, I don't qualify. I qualify, I don't qualify. If you don't map out your skill, you just be seeing this thing, director, who am I? What do I know? That is what you'll be saying. But by the time you do skill mapping, you'll be like, of course, I have all these things. When I saw that rule, they said something. They qualified everyone in the design lead once. I said, okay, let's look at the skills. Let's look at the experience. Let's look at what they are asking. I did, I can develop curriculum. I can do this, I can do that. I said, I beg, let's apply, right? And that was it. Now, back that's the last. Now, a quick recap. I'm going to click present. How many of you like my slides? It's all of Wabi. You might be saying, now wow, teacher, guess what? It's simple. Device, Canva. I use Canva to do everything. Design my ebooks, design my slides, design everything. Now I'm going to ask you a question. We learned about global opportunities, right? That is a quick recap. We learned about the brand of you. We learned how global job roles, L&D roles, are qualified in the abroad. And we also learned what skill mapping is. I'm now going to ask you, did we meet our goals or not? What I promised you at the beginning of this session, did we meet it or not? Oh yeah, where is the chart? Let me see chart. Did we meet it or not? Let me check charts. Where are you people? You are sleeping? Hey. Okay, no, I can see charts. Dropping. Yes, we met our goal. We over met it. Thank you very much. Yes, ma'am, we met it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes. We did. Fantastic. Back recap. This is what we did in recap. This are the things we learned in the recap. This session is very insightful and an eye-opener. Of course, it is insightful. I told you I'm ready for global as a PhD student and an ed teacher. Fantastic. See that your PhD students start saying, hey, you should use it. You should make it dry. You will beat it like this. You will apply with that status. You will apply. I said, well, by the time I finished the PhD and they gave me a certificate, it was as if that thing did not worth anything to me again because I'd collected all the things I could collect on that journey from that distance. I said, as you people have kept me on this journey for a long time now, all the things that I can use my PhD student status to apply for. Now they will say it is for students in African countries, students in poverty. I applied for it. I said, by the time you're giving me a certificate, it's just paper because I've collected all the things I need to collect on this journey, right? Using my current status. So thank you so much. The fire in me is burning already. Fantastic. Now I'm going to go on that note. Like I'm going to say, the fire in you is burning. I said to you when I came, I said, I'm not a motivational speaker. You will do the work. And you can save yourself time and this thing by skipping trial and error time. I already said this, that is what I do. But hey, you are ready to, you are welcome. I just said, I wished someone had taught me how to do this thing when I was doing 18 months of trial and error. It was a waste of everything for me. Waste, because I could not find that knowledge to buy in the market. Now, lastly, There are some things on this screen that are free. I always say people have different levels. Global Mentorship Conference on my left is free. 5 mistakes you are making on my LinkedIn, on your LinkedIn is free. You can go watch those videos. Oh, I want to move from free to something. Let me even start. Let me understand how this LinkedIn works small. There's a 3K ebook. I want to understand the general, the one I first always say, if you don't understand the general concept of global opportunities, the categories, because some people will come to me, they'll say, I need a grant. By the time they come and do clarity call and pay me hundreds of thousands, I'll say, what you don't need, what you need is not a grant, what you need is this thing. If they are just taking that 2K ebook to understand what global opportunities are generally, they would have needed this thing. And when you are decided, oh, I'm ready to build my brand online, my first recommendation is the Global Opportunities Program, right? That is my basic for any professional. When you decide you are ready to build knowingly, that is what I do. Now, questions. Our moderator, please. I think I have, yeah, it's 12:05, at least 1 hour. Do I have a chance to take one or two, or do we go, yeah.
Yes, well done. It has been amazing, Dr. Deering. It has been so amazing. The first question that I see, we can take maybe two questions really. The first question that I see that someone had asked earlier is about how to apply for opportunities like this as a teacher. But I think you already overshowed us that. So if there are any more questions, please if you want to ask a question, you can raise your hand. We can take um like one or two questions really at this time. Someone says, what is the minimum years of experience that you need to attract opportunities?
Okay, so let me take that question quickly. So, like my GOP program, now I will tell you if you come into our inbox on iTrain Africa and you're saying, "No, I'm just a new," I will tell you, don't take my GOP program. Why? Because I always say to attract opportunities, you must have something to show. You must have some years of experience. You don't attract when you don't have anything. You apply, right? So, which is why, like, it's as if you come to me and say, I just finished school. Now, I just finished school is different also because I have seen a situation, one of my Unleashed people that went for Unleash in China, Zana, is a northerner in Nigeria. He went from Nigeria. Zana was still an undergraduate when he got into Unleash, but Unleash is an application. But even at that, he was doing law as an undergraduate. But what did he use to go to Unleash? What did he pitch? When he was filling his essay, he had volunteered as a One Young World ambassador. He had done this and that and that. And one of the free tips I'm going to give you today, right? One of the free tips I'm going to give you today is, see, the fastest way. Amaratasi is here. She's my friend, right? She's on my GOP program. She paid for my, like, she's my extremely, we chat every hour. She's here because of me, right? She's on my GOP program. She paid me complete money to be on that program. Why? She said, Denny, even if I'm talking to you every day, the thing you sat down in your head to create over time, you cannot give me by just gisting. Like, when, as in, like, most likely you will not follow the order. And she came on my program, this last batch that closed, right? Look, GOP program is, I always say, is a complete pathway to secure global opportunity and international, basically by attraction. Why do I use LinkedIn to attract? Because I have years of experience in one thing or the other. If you don't, the fastest way to get that experience and fill the line is volunteering position. Because you can say, and I want to get this particular type of job, but I don't have the experience in this. I would say, if you are transitioning, go and fill it. Go and fill it with volunteering. Amara is here. It's the same thing I told you right now that I told them on my GOP program. So should be wondering, Terry, are you serious? As in, just give it. That's the truth. Like, I would say, but some of you have years of experience that is relevant. Minimum of 2 years. Why I say minimum of 2 years? My sister was the first person that ever paid me for this GOP program in 2021 January when I first released it. The only reason I ever released GOP, this particular program, it used to be called LinkedIn Bundle Offer, is my sister. She had 2 years of experience then, two years plus. But before then, I only used to work with leaders, senior consultant, pay me million, I keep my destiny. Then she kept saying, Auntie Jerry, do this for us now. All of us are these small. We cannot afford this. So I said, what can you afford? And she said, okay, she can afford that. So 2 years of experience. She used this program in February. I was in Port Harcourt. I remember I was in Port Harcourt when she reached out to me via WhatsApp and she said, Auntie, it's to be on LinkedIn. 2 years experience, and she implemented it and it worked. Before it worked for her as 2 years experience, I used to tell people that minimum of 3 years. But because I've seen people that have 2 years experience, that they stubbornly came on my program and it has worked for, I say 2 years is the minimum, but I don't say 0 experience. 0 experience would not work. There is nothing to position with. So 0 experience, I will advise you to go for other categories of global opportunities I mentioned in the ebook. Someone asked, how can you get all this? Please just visit itrainafrica.com/our products. That's thing. Our product, itrainafrica as a single word.com. Our product. Everything all the products we offer are on that particular thing. Is on that particular page. Our product, itrainafrica. And if you can find me on Instagram, just in case you forget this, I'm Aderinsola @Adepoju on Instagram, just like my, of course, I even showed you my screen for my LinkedIn this thing. By the way, I don't do mentorship. I just told my friend and my sister, they paid for I don't do mentorship. When people come and say I will mentor me, I said, I don't have the time. I don't have the luxury of the time. The best I can do is to put my knowledge in ebooks, to put it in courses. I don't have the luxury of the time. So yeah, that is how I get to mentor people technically through the programs we have. Thank you so much.
Wow, thank you, Dr. Derry. Yes, of course, I know we still have more questions. Please just type it in the WhatsApp group chat. And Dr. Derry, I'm sure Dr. Derry will be more than happy to answer some of the questions. Thank you. Can we just type thank you to Dr. Derry? Really, this has been amazing. So.
Yeah, thank you very much. I might not do it immediately, but I'll try to join the WhatsApp group. Yeah. Thank you so much for having me. And please implement all of you that are here. I am fired. I am this, I am that. Fire cannot do it. Work does it. Like, you need to invest the work. Despite my level of winning, I keep investing time to learn. I keep doing the work. No one will do the work for you. These slides, I prepared it. I finished at 12 a.m. this morning.
Dr. Rhoda is also a PhD. Rhoda session. What? You put child, brother, they're owing us money, or you are Derry. They are owing us money. What? These participants are owing us money. There's no Derry, I'm paying you. Send me your account. Send me 2 of your account numbers. I will pay to it. What? Derry? Hey, my goodness. People are owing us money. No more school rewired. It has closed. We're not having such conference tomorrow. You people should go home. What they've collected alone today is enough. I said, I couldn't leave the sessions. I went to Rhoda's own. I got stuck. I went to Derry. I got stuck. I went back to Rhoda. I got stuck. I went back to Derry. I was like, which kind of wall is this? Why can't I be in 2 places at the same time? Men, ladies, thank you so much, Derry and Rhoda. I don't even know how to say thank you guys enough. The way you guys have led people into the future, right into the next levels, it's beyond amazing. People are leaving this conference with, honestly, much more than we have. I didn't even imagine it would be this much. Oh my God, Derry and Rhoda. Hey.
Too much. This is definitely the light at the end of the tunnel. Too much.
Because some people were in this room, in the main room, were like, go to breakout. They didn't go. We had to stream some of the sessions in here, just so that people could be hearing. And I think that's what we'll just do going forward. Guys, God bless you. Please unmute your mic, Rhoda and Derry, and just share with us this opportunity so that we can connect with you. Because personally, no, I've connected. You should share the account number, that's all.
Oh my goodness, Miss KK. This is Famzino.
I am Famzin.
Thank you. It was our pleasure. Thank you. I wanted to be in Derry session, but our session was at the same time.
I know. I was saying was it in the morning? I said, we need to work on how to pair these sessions. I said, but the reality is they're all so good. You guys are just fantastic. Hey.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Guys, our IG handles, my IG handle is just my name, just seen on the screen. I follow back. I always follow teachers. I love teachers. So.
Yeah, my IG handle is also
Yeah,
my name.
I mean, I
Aderinsola.
follow you
That's
both
my
on
IG handle.
Instagram, so
Yeah.
hey, wow.
I want to